Soles of our feet together, knees out wide, starting to move down on our backs. Allowing our knees to fall open with gravity. Allowing our shoulders to fall open with gravity as well. Starting to connect with the breath. And again, we always start with this beautiful gong, so I'll ring the gong first. And then again, we're starting down on our backs in Baddha Konasana. Soles of our feet together, knees out wide. Maybe sitting up on a bolster if you have one. If you don't worry about it. Starting to connect with the breath, gently moving down on your backs. And again, if it is too intense to have your legs open like this, you can perhaps, during this first short meditation, draw those knees back together, and then when you're ready, allow them to slowly fall open. Again, don't feel like you have to stay here. And again, we're connecting with the breath, breathing into a 4 count, holding to a 4 count, and exhaling to a 4 count. And as you breathe, breathe in through the belly, up through the ribs, the lungs, all the way to the tops of your throats. And then exhale in the opposite direction, from the tops of your throats down through the ribs, the lungs, all the way to your bellies, as though you're wringing water from a washcloth, bringing navel into spine. Again, perhaps place your right hands on your bellies and your left hands on your hearts to track the breath as it moves through your bodies. And let's begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 2, 3, 4. Now allow your breathing to come naturally to its own rhythm. Allow the warmth of your breath to go to any area of your body that is tense or sore, and allow the breath to relieve the tension or soreness that is there. Imagine your breath gathering up all of the tension and soreness in your bodies and breathing it out so that you begin to feel peaceful and relaxed. Any distracting thoughts or feelings that you may have, allow them to be sent out with the breath. And as you breathe, allow yourselves to go deeper and deeper into this state of calm, knowing that you are in control at all times. Connect with a personal intention for this practice. That intention could be physical, mental, or spiritual. And it could be for you or for someone you love. Perhaps send healing, send love, send as much as you can to anyone that you know needs it today. Being able to help others always helps ourselves. Seal that intention with one deep inhale and one deep exhale. Good job. And then from here, inhale those arms and knees to center. Exhale as your knees fall to the left, arms to the right. Look over your right shoulder. And again, we're still up on that bolster if you have a bolster. So we're in a deeper stretch. If not, that's completely fine as well. We're opening up those right obliques, releasing any toxins that you may be storing there. And smile. It's Thursday. A wonderful, simple twist. Inhale back to center. And then exhale as your knees fall to the right, arms to the left. Again, look over that left shoulder. Deeper stretch if you have a bolster underneath you. If you don't, that's also fine. And smile. Again, your breath is your power. As we open up those left obliques, we're releasing toxins. So as deep as you can in terms of your breath, getting rid of whatever toxins remain. Inhale back to center. Exhale as you roll over onto the left side in the fetal position. You can be on your left side, you can be on your right side, depending on which side faces the camera or or your computer laptop, wherever you are. Then using the strength of your arms, come up to a seated position facing the front of the room. Sit up on your bolster, flex your feet. We're moving into Dandasana first. And Dandasana is staff pose. It calms us down. Inhale both arms all the way up above you. Flex your feet. Straighten your legs. Crown chakra is directly above your root chakra. And exhale, reach, 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 as far as you can with a flat back. Place your hands on either side of your calves. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale down, chin to shin, pulling yourselves in Dandasana, staff pose. And again, you do not have to be all the way down. You can use your block and place it in between your calves, placing your forehead on your block. You can also use your bolster, placing it on your thighs, allowing you to be able to relax into this yin pose, which we hold for about 3 minutes. And we do so to be able to allow the fascia to open. So again, as you breathe in, find where there's resistance in the body. And as you breathe out, breathe that resistance out. And smile. It's Thursday. It's a beautiful day out. I'm I'm going to be speaking with an affiliate leader in Oslo, Norway, right after this meeting, which is very exciting. And again, through the breath, you should feel that you're able to come closer and closer to your thighs. But more importantly, you're slowing your heart rate down, calming down in Dandasana. And again, we usually hold these asanas, these poses, for 3 minutes, actually 3 to 5 minutes in Yin, to be able to have the full benefit of this asana. But today we're going to go through a series of different Yin positions to help you better understand all of the possibilities and benefits of Yin Yoga. So let's take 2 more deep breaths here, in and out. Deep breaths all the way up to the tops of your throats, exhaling all the way down to your navel. Then inhale back up again. Exhale as you bend that left knee, drawing your left heel in. Flex your right foot. Sit up on your bolster if it's available, so that you're just a bit higher. You can fold forward more. Inhale, both arms all the way up. Exhale, reach, 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 reach. As far as you can with a flat back, chin to shin, and then just pull yourselves in. Again, this is half Dandasana. Breathing in and out. Allowing the fascia to open through the breath. You may have your block here beside your calf if you'd like to put your forehead on. You may have a bolster on your thigh. Wherever you are is perfect. Again, smile. It's Thursday, almost the start of the weekend. It's a beautiful day out here. We keep hoping for rain. It'll be an even more beautiful day when it rains, but so far no real rain. Again, we're going to be going through these Yin positions a little bit more quickly this time, just to be able to do as many as possible. Inhale as you walk those hands back again. Exhale as you bend that right knee, dragging it to your left knee, twisting to the back of the room. Place your hands on either side of your bolster if you have one, or just on either side of the mat. Sit up straight. Inhale first. Exhale as you walk your hands forward. Coming down on that right cheek if this is in your possibility. You don't have to. You can also be on that left cheek. This is a twist. We're twisting our hips, our spines, our shoulders, and our necks. And again, breathing in and out, working towards dragging your hearts down towards the mat. And again, in these twists, we are eliminating toxins. We are also massaging our internal organs. But the important part of being in a twist is that you breathe. Your breath is your power. This is the way that we carry those toxins out and away. This is the way that we keep our internal organs healthy. Inhale as you walk those hands back again. Again, we're going through these different asanas a little more quickly today. Exhale as you extend both legs and shake them out. Good job. Go ahead and just inhale as you drag those shoulders up towards your ears. And exhale as you drag them down your backs. Make sure that you're sitting up straight. Inhale first. Exhale as you bend that right knee this time, dragging that right heel in. We're moving into half dandasana once again. Inhale, both arms all the way up. Exhale, reach, 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 reach. We're going all the way down, flat back, chin to shin, and then just curl in wherever you are. Again, you can always use a block to place your forehead on right next to your calf. You can also place a bolster on your thigh to make this more comfortable. Yin Yoga is all about comfort. So wherever you are that you feel comfortable, just continue doing that. And one other thing that's very important to know about any type of yoga is that at times it can be uncomfortable, especially in Yin Yoga when you're folding forward, opening up that fascia, but it should never ever be painful. If you feel any shooting pain, pull out. You can move back into it tomorrow or the next day, but don't do that to yourselves. That's not the way that yoga should be. Yoga is a moving meditation. And again, it's a way to remind yourselves to be kind to yourselves. Again, this is half dandasana, but we're not staying here too long today because we're going to try to show you a variety of yin poses. So let's go ahead and inhale as we walk our hands back again. Exhale as you draw that left knee to your right knee. Twist to the back of the room. Scoot your hips back. Inhale first. Exhale as you walk your hands forward. And again, this time we're going to be placing that left cheek on the block. Twisting our hips, our spines, our shoulders, and our necks. Releasing any toxins that you may be holding in the body as we massage our internal organs. Good job. And smile. Again, it's Thursday. Inhale as you walk those hands back again. Good job. Exhale as you extend your legs in front of you. Shake it out. Good job. And then from here, let's come up to the tops of your mats in Sukhasana. Sukhasana is simple seated pose, crisscross applesauce. I'm going to scooch back to make sure that I have enough room. Maybe place your bolster or your blanket in front of you because we're going to be moving forward. Good job. But before we do, let's express gratitude. So we're going to be inhaling both arms all the way up. Hands will come together. And then exhaling down again to Anjali Mudra. And I will be guiding you. But as you inhale, inhale as much gratitude as you can. And as you exhale, release whatever does not serve you. We'll be doing this 3 times. Inhale, up. Hands come to the Utthita above you. And exhale down, release, release, release to Anjali Mudra. Inhale those arms all the way up. Open up your hearts. Exhale down, release, release, release. One more time. Inhale those arms all the way up. And exhale down, release, release, release. Bowing our heads in honor of our practices. Good job. And then from here, place your hands on your knees. Inhale first. Exhale as you turn that left knee in, left foot out. We're placing that thigh so that it's touching our right foot. We're moving into deer pose. Again, keep your shoulders back and down as much as possible. Inhale, both arms all the way up. Exhale as you fold forward. Now you can reach flat back and come down on your fingertips. You can come down on your elbows if this is in your practice. Or walk those hands out, coming down into deer pose. Again, either on your elbows or moving forward, wherever you are, opening up those hips and your thighs. Maybe place your third eye on the mat, rocking it back and forth, opening up your intuition as you do. And again, we're not staying in any of these yin positions as long as we will as we move forward, just so that you can have an idea of what these different poses are like. Again, you can also be on your elbows. If you're on your elbows, again, work towards dragging those shoulders back and down. This is something that we always do in yoga. Again, keeping your shoulders back and down from your ears as well. Inhale as you walk those hands back again. Exhale as you draw that left foot in. Inhale first. Exhale as you bend that right knee, placing the inside of your right knee on the mat. Right thigh is up against your left foot. Right foot is back. Again, we're moving into deer pose. Inhale both arms all the way up. And keep smiling. Exhale down. And again, you can either move on to your elbows. Please do. We're reaching, reaching, reaching. Keeping a flat back as we do, placing our fingertips down, our hearts come down, Or if you're on your elbows, that's also completely fine. This is also deer pose. Wherever you are is perfect. Again, maybe rocking your third eye on the mat, back and forth, opening up your intuition. Inhale as you walk those hands back again. Exhale as you bend that right knee, drawing it in so that you're in Sukhasana again. Sukhasana, crisscross applesauce. And then from here, place your fingertips on the mat. Inhale that right arm up and over. Find that left ear. And exhale over to the right. Opening up your neck as you do. Again, and smile. It's such a beautiful day. Inhale that right arm up. Exhale down. Inhale your left arm up. Grab your ear and exhale over to the left, excuse me. Opening up that right side of your neck. Stay there. I'm just going to turn this down a little. Again, breathing in and out. Inhale that left arm up. Exhale down. Good job. And then from here, let's go ahead and place our hands on the mat. Roll up into table. Maybe move your bolster if you'd like to. In table, our shoulders are above our wrists. Our hips are above our knees. And if we look between our legs, we shouldn't see our feet. Make sure your block is out of the way. Before we get started, inhale that right arm all the way up. Exhale as you thread it under, coming down onto that right shoulder. Keep your hips squared to the front of the room. You can stay here or inhale that left arm up. Bend your elbow. Find that right hip crease. Opening your hearts to the side wall through the breath. In, thread the needle. And smile again. It's Thursday. Again, each one of these yin positions will be held for a longer period of time as we move forward. But I was thinking that once we get started, we can also be working on balance positions, which are so important in our lives. Inhale that left arm all the way up. And exhale down. Inhale that right arm all the way up. And exhale down. Good job. Let's do the other side. Inhale that left arm up. Exhale as you thread it under, coming down onto that left shoulder. Keep your hips squared to the front of the room. Inhale that right arm up. Bend your elbow. Find that left hip crease. And again, you can always keep that hand on the mat if this is too much of a stretch. Opening our hearts to the side wall through the breath. In, thread the needle. job, everyone. Inhale that right arm up. Exhale down. Inhale that left arm all the way up. And exhale down. Good job. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and move into melting heart pose. So from table, we're going to keep our hips where they are. You can either have your knees out wide, or you can have them in so that they're parallel. Wherever you are is perfect. And then just start walking those hands out, coming on to maybe your elbows, or maybe pulling yourselves back and coming in to melting heart pose. Again, you can go as far as you want. You can also use a block underneath your forehead if this is more comfortable for you. We're opening up those hearts, opening up our backs, our shoulders. Breathing in and out in melting heart pose. And again, we'll be holding these poses a bit longer as we move forward. But today we're walking those elbows back. Make sure now that your knees are as wide as the mat. Again, we're in frog pose. So you can stay here. Breathing in and out. Work towards drawing your tailbone in. Again, breathing in and out, and smile. And then from here, plant both palms into the mat. Draw those knees in. Curl your toes under. Let's go ahead and sit back on your toes first, because it's really important to open up your toes for yoga practice. Open those ankles, open your wrists by making infinity symbols with your wrists. If this is too intense, you can also have the tops of your feet on the mat. That's completely fine as well. Maybe draw those arms overhead. Drag your shoulders back and down. Drag your tailbones in. Possibly draw your hands behind you. Fingertips touch, pushing those fingertips up towards the crowns of your heads. Again, in Anjali Mudra, behind your backs. Opening up your wrists, your toes, your shoulders, your fingers. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rock forward on your elbows. Slap out your toes. Good job. Plant the palms of your hands into the mat. Curl your toes under. Inhale first. Exhale as you push yourselves back. Your hearts are coming towards your thighs. Maybe place the soles of your feet on the mat. Again, we're in Ardha Mukha Shavasana, downward facing dog, the first downward facing dog. of the practice. This is a resting pose when we are up on the mat. Make sure that the palms of your hands are pressed into the mat. Even make sure that that area between your index finger and thumb is pressed into the mat. Maybe walking your dog, lifting first one heel and then the other, if this is in your practice. Good job. Again, breathing in and out. Let's inhale that right leg all the way up. Three-legged dog split. And exhale through to a lunge. Place that left knee down, left top of foot down. Now this is a yin position. It's called dragon. And we usually stay here as well for about 3 minutes. Breathing in and out. Opening up those thighs as you do. Curl your toe under. Lift your left knee and exhale that right leg back and down. Good job. Let's do the left side. Inhale that left leg all the way up. Three-legged dog split. Exhale as you swing it through to a lunge. Place your right knee down, right top of foot down. And again, just stay here, feeling the benefits of dragon, opening up those thighs. And smile, it's Thursday. Good job. Curl that toe under. Lift your leg. Exhale. That left leg back. And then place your foot on the mat. Come into plank. So our shoulders are above our wrists. Draw your elbows in as a support. Exhale down as slowly as you can, all the way to the mat. Good job. Place your elbows in front of you. We're moving into Sphinx pose. Inhale first. Exhale as you bend that left knee. Look at your left foot. Open up your necks. Inhale, back to center. Exhale as you bend your right knee. Look back at your foot. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bend that left knee. Again, in Sphinx pose. Inhale, back to center. And exhale to the right. Inhale to center. And then draw those hands back so that they're at shoulder height. Maybe press up if this is in your practice to seal pose. Don't feel like you have to. Again, opening up your backs, dragging those shoulders back and down. Good job. And then from here, slowly come back down. Curl those toes under. Inhale first. Exhale all the way back to down dog once again, our resting pose, walking the dog. Inhale, that right leg all the way up, three-legged dog split. Exhale as you swing it to the top left of your mat. We're moving into resting pigeon. Right knee comes down, left knee comes down, left top of foot comes down. Walking those hands back to make space before you move forward. And then exhale. As you walk those hands forward, coming down onto that left cheek perhaps. But you can have your block here. You can be on your elbows. You can be on that right cheek. And you can also stay where you are if you're there. You can also have the soles of your feet on the mat, crossing that right leg over your left leg so that the heel comes just below that left knee, pressing on that right thigh and then grabbing on behind your left thigh. Foot is flexed and dragging that left leg in. Again, in resting pigeon. The goal of resting pigeon is that you open up that right hip, releasing any unwanted emotions that you may be storing there. Allowing whatever does not serve you to melt into your mat, melt into the floor, melt into the earth below. And again, this is one of the most healing positions in yoga. Whatever version of resting pigeon you're using. There are 5 different ways of practicing resting pigeon. The one on the mat is the most intense, but it allows us to improve our bone density in our hips, keeps them from breaking later on, and it also keeps us balanced as we move forward. Inhale as you walk those hands back again, coming off on that right hip. Swing your left leg all the way around. Left foot is parallel to your right thigh. Bring that right foot in and that right elbow. Inhale, that left arm up and around. Find your right hip crease. Maybe take a bind, reach through that left knee and grab on to your left hand. Again, we're in the Mariandrasana twist, twisting ourselves out, releasing toxins as we do. And smile. Inhale back to center, extend your legs and shake them out. Come up to the tops of your mats in Malasana, Yogi Squat. Inhale from your root chakra all the way up to your crown chakra. Root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, throat, third eye, and then your crown chakra. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Place your hands on the mat. Inhale halfway up to Ardha. Take a giant step back. This time with your left foot, walk that right foot. Excuse me. With your right foot, walk that left foot all the way across. Left knee down, right knee down, right top of foot down. Inhale as you walk those hands back. Making space, and then exhale forward. Good job. into resting pigeon. Again, maybe placing that right cheek on the mat this time. Maybe your elbows, maybe your left cheek. You can also be on your backs. And we'll learn about chair yoga as we move forward. There's also yoga, so we can do pigeon on a chair. We can do pigeon up the wall. And then there's flying pigeon, which is a balance. All of them open up our hips. Inhale as you walk those hands back again. Coming off on that left hip, swing your right leg all the way around. Right foot is parallel to your left thigh. Left foot comes in, left elbow comes in. Inhale that right arm up and around. Find your left hip crease. Possibly take a bind if this is in your practice. Inhale back to center. Extend your legs and shake them out. Bend your knees. Arms are out on either side of your knees. Inhale first. Exhale inch by inch, vertebra by vertebra, down to the mat. And when you get there, draw those knees in for a much-deserved hug. Good job. Place your heels just below your sit bones. Take your block in hand. Inhale as you push those hips up, placing the block underneath your sacrum on the highest, second or third levels, in a supported bridge. Opening up those lower backs. Inhale as you push your hips up. Place the block on the lowest level and exhale down. Inhale your legs up above you. Flex your feet in an inversion. And again, this allows our circulation to come back down to our brain, to our vital organs. Exhale as you bend those knees. Inhale as you push your hips up, releasing the block, and exhale down. Good job. Draw those knees in for a hug. And then from here, inhale first. Exhale as you extend that right leg, holding on to your left knee. Inhale, that left arm up overhead. Exhale as you push your left knee over to the right in a full body stretch. Inhale back to center. Draw those knees in for a hug. And exhale that left leg down. Inhale that right arm up overhead. Exhale as you push your right knee over to the left. Look over to the right side in a full body twist. Inhale back to center. Draw those knees in for a hug. Inhale through your noses, side out. Inhale. One more time. Inhale. And with that intention, allow your legs to come out as wide as the mat or wider. Arms are down beside your torso. Palms are up to receive, down to ground, starting to relax. Relax your toes, relax your feet, relax your ankles. Relax your calves, relax your knees, relax your thighs. Relax your torsos, relax your fingers, relax your hands. Relax your wrists, relax your forearms, relax your elbows. Relax your upper arms, relax your shoulders, relax your necks. Relax your jaws, relax your cheeks, relax your foreheads. Relax the crowns of your heads. Just relax. Start to bring movement back to your fingers and your toes by wiggling your toes and maybe starting at touching each finger with your thumb. Reach your arms overhead, extend through your feet, giving yourselves a full body stretch and filling your lungs with your breath. Then exhale as you draw those knees in for one final compassionate hug, rocking back and forth. Slowly roll over to the right side in the fetal position and remain here for a few breaths. Then using the strength of your arms, come back to a seated position facing the front of the room. Legs are crossed. Hands are at Anjali Mudra. Heads are bowed in honor of your practices. From the place deep in my soul that I know to be pure and true, I bow to and honor that same place that resides within each of you. Thank you so much for coming to practice yoga with me on this beautiful Thursday. Have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will definitely see many of you tomorrow. Namaste. I'm going to go ahead and ring the bell. And then I'm going to stop the recording.